What's up, guys? It's MamaDeadHead, and I am back with a review for Stillwater issue 1. So if you guys have been on my Twitter, I don't know, anytime in the past month, you've probably seen me just crazy tweeting about Stillwater. This issue right here. I don't know. I don't know where to begin. I did just put a funny tweet up on Twitter that was me throwing away my graded 191, to put up as Stillwater. Just a joke. I was just joking. However, this book, guys, I can't. It's so incredibly awesome, but I do want to actually dive in and make some articulated thoughts about it, because I really just want to like scream from the rooftops because I'm so excited the book is finally out. So this is going to go a bit different than I thought it was going to go, but I will tell you guys why in just a second. So when it comes to picking a new comic, I haven't really jumped on any new comic recently this hard. Now, you guys know I love Firepower, and I still love Firepower. It doesn't matter what, passes what. It doesn't mean that I don't love the other series just as much. I do. I love Firepower. It's great. I have my gold foil variant up on my shelf. However, whenever I got Firepower, it was mainly because I was already at the store getting my Negan Lives, my gold foil, silver foil, and just the normal, and that was thrown in because the comic store thought I would like it, but I hadn't really heard much about it. And I love the artwork on that. I love the artwork on like everything Walking Dead too. I'm surrounded in books right now because I did a huge trade yesterday, but however, this book caught my eye not because I was at the comic store looking around, not because I read something that was like, oh, like such and such is coming out with a huge thing, Skybound is coming out with this huge thing. It was really just me scrolling through my feed on Twitter, and I see this cover. Now, I think, especially for the first issue of a comic, artwork is a huge deal, because a lot of times people, whenever they walk into a store, of course they're gonna buy if they know the writer or the artist, or told about it beforehand. But a lot of people just like walk into a store, they're like, oh hey, that looks cool, I want that. I've done that quite a few times. I did that with Star Wars Clone Wars, which I haven't been getting recently, and Athena, of course, she's going for all the stuff that she likes. She sees like Spider-Man, she wants it. She sees like My Little Pony and she wants it. So art's a huge deal. So I was scrolling through on Twitter, and it went a little something like this. I'm scrolling up. Wait a second, that looks really cool. And I scrolled back to it, and I stared at it for a minute, and I was like, wow, like there's an incredible amount of detail on this. And there is. It's just like a gorgeous cover. I'm going to take it. I hate to take it out of this because I have already read it, but it's stunning. Like the skeleton woman, the baby, the way the white goes on the background, like the city. It's gorgeous. Like, it's just absolutely breathtaking. And I just looked at it and was like, I want that. What is that about? I hope it sounds interesting. And when I read that it was a town where you never die, and that's a threat, I was like, huh, I'm intrigued. Count me in. And then the closer it got to time, the more stuff that was put out about this. Like, I saw the second and third covers, and then I started to see some variants coming out, and I got psyched. Like, I was so excited. I was tweeting about it, and then I tweeted at Skybound like a week-ish ago. I think it was like over the weekend or like Friday, something like that. And I was like, hey, can you give us like anything to hold me over until this release, because like I'm just like taken by this. I want to know more. Can we see like a peek of a book in real life, because I hadn't seen one yet. Just, pictures, which it's essentially the same thing, but when you see one out in the wild for the first time, you get excited. So I got a response to that tweet that said DM us your email address. And from there, Brian Huntington sent me an email that was the one that the retailers get, that included the first and second issue. So I have read the second issue, so I'm not really going to talk about predictions, obviously, because I know what happens. I'll just say a few things. Very few things non-spoilery about the second one. Now, as soon as I read it, my first thought was for you guys, because I already said that I was going to review this like a month or so ago on my channel, because I'm like, I'm really interested in this. I'm going to review it for you guys. My first initial thought was, oh my gosh, I have two. I am going to read one, I'm going to pause, I'm going to make a video, and then I'm going to read the second one, and then, like make a video for the future or something. And as soon as I read the first one online, my jaw was just hanging open. And I was like, I have to read the second one right now. And when I did that, I was like, well, I might as well wait until I have it, in my hand to make a video about it. Guys, okay, I'm going to get into spoilery bits. First, let me talk just a little bit about the artwork. See, these books, for some reason, came with, like, both of them have, like, little bend in them. And then they both also had a tiny white mark over here. I'm sure it's just, like, happens to books. But I hope this weekend on the Skybound vault that they have these, like, 9.8, hopefully signed. Like, I would just cry my eyes out. Anyway, the artwork is, like, literally incredible. Now, I haven't actually opened this, and I see a couple extra things in the back, so we get to look at that together. So that's exciting. So we get to look at that right now. However, this book, it starts off with Daniel gets fired, very down on his luck. He pushed a fellow coworker, and the boss is like trying to be as nice about it as she can, drinking away his sorrows, and we meet his friend, which I read a couple times, and maybe I'm just like crazy, but I'm not sure that he's named. Yeah, I don't think that he's named. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I do apologize, but I did. I tried to make sure. Again, ADHD, I've been so excited that, like, whenever I go back to do a second read on this, I'm just like, excitement. Like, I swear. You guys know how ADHD I am. So, again, artwork, phenomenal. Colors, phenomenal. Just, like, the line work. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, whenever I first read the synopsis, and when I was reading this first bit, I was like, oh, we're going to go to this town. It's going to be, like, a little bit threatening. Don't know what's going to happen. Like these two main characters, they're pretty cool. They're kind of like a typical, guy friendship. They have some banter. It gave me some really good laughs. And one thing that I really liked about it, hold on, is before they get there, they stop at a gas station. Friend asked, is there anywhere to get a bite to eat on the way to Stillwater? And this chick is like, Stillwater who? I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, what made me laugh is that, where is it? Mysterious letter of inheritance. Yeah, this is deeply into horror movie territory now. I just love that they're self-aware. Like, they're just aware that they're, like, in a horror situation. It made me laugh. I really love that part. They meet the shady police officer. He ends up being kind of friendly. A lot of weird things happen along the way. Again, inheritance letter, person they've never heard of. to a town that, like, nobody around knows where this town is, stop by a weird police officer, they're asked to behave, and they're like, man, this is just odd. They get to the town, they get to said town, Stillwater, and there are no street signs, and it's just a weird vibe. It's insanely weird. Again, they say, not the best vibe. Nothing is labeled. It's just a weird place to be. They go into a diner and they're like, hey, you know, we're looking for this place. And the person working is like, hasn't been open for like 15 years. So this is all kind of like mildly predictable stuff, but the conversation that the friends have is unique and special to me. I think at this point, you're kind of like, I think I know where this is headed. But I like it. I'm here for it. Let's see where it ends. And then Friend and Daniel see these two kids fighting on a roof. They try to get him to stop, and he's pushed off. And you can tell this building is like at least 2 stories high. Kid falls, and he is bleeding from his mouth, which we all know is not good. And understandably, these two friends freak out. They absolutely freak out. Nobody's helping them. And this is the point where I'm like, nobody is even going to try and act concerned. Like, what? Why? Like, what is going on? Like, everyone is just like, even the doctor is just like, what? Like, what's the emergency? Like, you're a doctor. Come on. You know what I mean? So, they get this kid in. Doctor kind of acts a little bit shady. And this is where everything takes a wild, wild turn. And that the kid stands up, walks away. So, obviously, these two friends are like, what is going on? A person is outside, literally washing this kid's blood off the street. And, obviously, these two friends are shaken by it. And how does the police officer respond? By beating the ever-loving shit out of Daniel. Just, like, breaks his arm, is just, like, going ham on this poor guy. His friend is having to basically be held back by a couple people and has to watch his friend go through this. Again, even more of Daniel just getting the crap beat out of him. Now, they tie them up. They tie them up. They take them to the edge. And this is where the officer, he just spills everything. Inside the town, we don't die. Out here, we can, and you're taking minutes off my life. But in there, you can't. And this is the part that just, like, shook me to my core because I wasn't expecting it. And, again, I don't know what I was expecting, but it sure was not this. It absolutely was not this. So, police officer is explaining what it's like in this town, and straight up murks Daniel's best friend. He shoots him in the face. And the comic ends. It's nice seeing it laid out. It's really cool. With a woman rushing to stop Daniel's death, saying, "My baby!" Now, for a moment, whenever I read it for the first time and saw the panel of the friend being shot in the face, I kind of had this moment of, wow, is he also gonna get shot in the face? And this is like crazy police officer origin story, you know what I mean? But so much wow. So much wow. Okay, so, send letters to Stillwater at Skybound.com. We'll be doing that, thank you. And now a Q&A with the creators of Stillwater. Introduce yourself, who are you? I'm Chip Zdarsky, I write comic books, I wrote this one, and I will write again. This is a threat. Ramon, Canadian, cookie lover, artist on this very book. I hope I'm saying his name right. Ramon. I apologize sincerely. He's so, actually, I want to start by saying this. Everyone involved in this book is incredibly nice. Like, they've all been, like, I've been over the moon with how nice these people have been to me. Like, Chip has been like sharing, like retweeting my stuff and liking it and commenting, and so has Ramon. He followed me on Twitter, and I was just like in tears yesterday because I'm just so excited about this book. Like, I can just feel it being the next big thing, and for everyone to also be so nice just means a lot. And I feel like I tagged Chip Zdarsky so much that he was probably one of the reasons. They were like, please just give this girl the book, because she's gonna keep tagging us. And little did they know they made it worse. So anyway, would you want to live forever? Nah, maybe just a little longer. Like, if you could stretch your 30s into 3 decades or something? Chip. That's what Chip's response was. Sure, I mean, it beats the alternative. I don't know, after reading this, I'm not sure I want to live forever. Okay, if you can never die, what skill or talent would you learn? To finally write good, I guess. This guy. I think I'd have time to learn them all. I mean, I'd have the time. Valid answer. Say something nice about your co-creator. His smile lights up my days, especially when I see him staring through my backyard window. Some might find this creepy. I find it rather comforting. Seriously, though, one of the most stand-up people I know. Ramon really knows how to pick a co-creator. So, dude, I'm just saying, these guys are great. These guys are absolutely great. Both of them have a great sense of humor. They have my sense of humor, like dark and morbid, which is awesome. Who should star in a Stillwater movie? You, the reader. Me? Thank you. Mike, I don't know who that is. I'm not telling you which character he'd play, though. Okay. Who should star in a movie about your life? Adam Driver. Sadly, it would have to be Tom Green. I don't like it any more than you do, but there it is. I love these guys. Okay. If you could pick one comic creator to live forever, who would it be? Sergio Aragones. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be offensive if I am absolutely butchering these. Okay. Robert Kirkman, so he keeps paying me to write Stillwater. Oh, jeez. Okay. Favorite Stillwater character? Miss Lillo? You'll see. Favorite to draw, I say, is Ted, but the one that has me most curious as to how their story will unfold is Tanya, or Tanya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Using only one word, give us a Stillwater spoiler. Boom. Fury. Okay, like both of those words. Okay. What should people reading this say to their friends and family to get them to buy Stillwater? I don't know what you want. If you're... I can't. Oh my god. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make a nightmare for people like you. If you buy Stillwater, now that'll be the end of it. Why should people pick up Stillwater too? Oh my gosh, to find out what happens after issue 1. Because if they don't, they'll be super confused about what happens in issue 3. Oh god, these are my favorite. They're already my favorite people. If this is not my type of jokes, I swear. Sketch material. Oh man, I'm so down. Guys, that is so cool. Oh man, I love it. So this is the second cover. Sorry if you can hear someone mowing their lawn outside. Wait, what? It's like a random part of The Walking Dead in here? Oh, duh. Deluxe, it's it. It has color to it. Oh, duh. I was like, why is The Walking Dead in here? Duh, Sarah, you're an idiot. Okay. Man, I'm so excited about Deluxe, seriously. And then the last page is a page about Deluxe. And then this is what the back looks like. So yes, I'm holding it the right way. That's what the back looks like. Man, that is just like wild. I don't know how to say this, because of course I don't want to come across as like I hate a series or anything like that, but like Walking Dead included, I've never had an issue 1 of anything make me feel the way that Stillwater issue 1 did. Like, there's just nothing. I've read some books. I'm not a comic book expert. I would love to be. I would love to head in that direction. But I'm not. And this book just punched me in the face. I mean, that's the honest truth of it. Like, it's so good. I'm in love with it. I have read the second one. I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but I'll just say that the second one is even more wild than the first one, and you're not going to want to miss it. Like, I don't think that this is a series that you guys will want to miss. It, like, in my heart, within me, I feel like this is going to be big. I feel like this is going to be the next big thing. I feel like this is going to be huge. I can see a huge future in it. I'm so excited to, like, jumpstart this fandom. And I can't wait. Like, I can't wait, and I can't possibly be more excited than I am right now about this. Like, it's just... It's literally awesome, guys. I don't know what else to say. There's a reason that I've been just going crazy, especially the past week on Twitter about this book, and it's because I love it so much. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say, and I, again, don't mean it as any disrespect to, like, The Walking Dead or Firepower, because you guys know that, like, I'm really into that right now, and those are the things that I really love, but I've literally just never had a book make me feel this way by the first issue, and the second one is just, like, a step up. It's crazy. I've never been so, like, caught up in art. I've never been so caught up in just, like, the story of it, wondering where it's gonna go, and, like, you know, what does this mean? You should get it. Absolutely 100%. You should get it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Even if you can't get, like, a physical copy if your store is sold out, get it online and read it. It's worth it. It's worth it even if you can't have the actual material book in your hand. It's absolutely worth buying online as well. And I'm so excited to see where everything goes. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you all are just as excited about Stillwater as me. I'm really excited to do reviews on these in the future. And I'm going to have a written review out tomorrow, hopefully. It could be a little bit later. But I'm in love. I'm already in love. I'm all in. I called my comic store. First off, the owner hadn't read it yet. And I was like, you have to read it. What do you mean? And I was like, I think I put it past, like, this, and this. And he was like, seriously? Really? And I was like, yeah. He read it. And he was like, oh my God, I read it. And I had to read the second one. Like, I told you. And so many people have read it now because they've seen me tweeting about it. And they feel the same way. And I'm so happy because I want it to just, like, I want this to skyrocket because I think it's awesome. So, yeah, you can look forward to more reviews for Stillwater in the future. Maybe some other type of content. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully. I'm just, like, thinking, like, years into the future. Like, I can see shows. I can see merch. Like, I can see just so much stuff around this. Like, I'm so excited. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will have some content before the next Stillwater release about Stillwater because I have ordered 3 out of the 5 variants that I've seen floating around online. There might be more. I don't know. I hope not. I've been, like, searching around. And I'm hoping to get the other 2. One was sold out, so I'm trying to find it somewhere, you know, that's not eBay for $1 million. I'd rather support a store first. And just the last one that I need to pick up because I spent so much on it already. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited, and I'm excited for you guys to join this journey with me. So pick it up if you have the chance and come chat with me about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like always, think positive thoughts and send positive vibes. Bye, guys.
What's up, everybody? Always think positive thoughts and send positive vibes. It's from MamaDeadHead, y'all. And always remember, I know what's happening and I know what's going on. And please, always nurture your inner spirit. Peace.